Hello, welcome to another DamsTV. It's Friday morning, we've got a shagger. You know I like a shagger on a Friday. I'm having a bit of camera trouble. Not camera trouble, app trouble. So that's today's, that's one we did a couple of weeks ago. No, now we're doing next door. So let me show you this. Oh. It's a little easy peasy one. When you think of the one I've just done earlier in the week, there was 9 boards, and on this one there's only 4 boards. So we're not so bad. It's nice, easy. The problem with this one is there's no room to cut the boards. But what I'm going to do today, is let Liam cut the roof, measure and cut everything. I'm just going to do nothing.
Lazy bastard.
Well, you've got to learn, and what I'm going to do, Liam, is... Oops, fart. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to film you telling me how you're going to cut the roof. You've got to look at the roof, get a plan in your head, and take a few measurements, and tell me how you would cut it. And I can tell you if you're right or wrong. Oh, it should be a good video, this. It's the next step, Liam. It's the next step, Skimface, to being a fully fledged plasterer.
Is it?
Why are you not very happy about it, are you?
I'm not happy because I'm here and not at home.
Well, I'm not happy. I'd sooner be at home, but you know what? Being at home doesn't pay the bills, does it?
Do you think I give a fuck?
What do you mean? You can't say things like that, Liam.
There's where I want to be and where I am. I don't really give a fuck why I'm there or what.
Where do you want to be?
I'm home in fucking bed still.
You'll be in bed tomorrow.
Oh yeah, not last 2 hours, not today, is it?
You can sleep when you're dead.
You what?
Sleep when you're dead.
And?
Live while you're alive and sleep while you're dead.
You make it, yeah, that's alright when you're like fucking going surfing off the coast of fucking Thailand, that's alright, but I'm in the middle of fucking Liverpool doing a fucking work in a cold conservatory. That's still fucking quite it the same, doesn't it?
It's not cold. Hey, you should be happy. It's a Friday. We've got a shagger. You've just had a Mackey's. Tell you what, there's no pleasing these young'uns these days.
Well, what is there to be fucking pleased about?
Oh, we're getting some flipping YouTube gold here.
It's like getting kicked in the fucking dick by a dwarf and saying, oh, it's not as bad as if it was a fucking 6'2" bodybuilder, it'd be fucking harder.
Stop swearing, the customer's in. Idiot. That's the thing, she's seen me with the camera and done a runner. Right, we'll get some stuff in, we'll get some protection down, and then Liam can cut the roof. Woo! Go on, Liam, lad. Right. The drop sheet's on. What we've done, because there's not a lot of room, in there to cut, I've just moved them out and I'm going to cut them one at a time and take them in. We need to get that one out, protect the floor. Like I say, get that one out, protect the floor, put that one back in and cut, and then we're ready. But the lady's just made us a brew. And today is a good opportunity to play the game of brew roulette. One of them's got a sugar and one of them's got no sugar. But which is which? I reckon I can smell it, but Liam says I can't. I'm going to have a snip. Another snip of that one. Not a fucking chance. Oh, is that yours? I can tell by his face. I'll have that one.
Okay.
I'm having that one. He's trying to pull a face, so that's not his. Ah, it's mine. And you by your face. Hee hee. Stupid boy. Is that in shot? Am I in shot?
Yeah.
I'm in shot.
The camera pointing directly at you and you're asking me if you're in shot.
This kid today. What's up with you?
Nothing.
I'll stop your girlfriend from sleeping at our house if you keep flipping being in a mood in the morning. Is she keeping you up?
No.
Right. Well, stop being a moody git. I'm still drinking my brew. Liam's finished his, but he's just going to work out. He's going to tell me how he's going to cut the roof. And I can tell him if he's right or wrong. Just a minute, swap hands. So you're measuring the width. To hold anything?
I don't know
Well, if you hold it on there for now, I know what you're doing, but go on.
I'm not, I'm just checking it.
You're just checking that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what he's doing here. He's checking the roof. Measure the length. See where that end of the batten is? That's what I would measure to there. So you want to take 10 mil off that.
108. I'll cut 109.
109.
We'll cut it 108. Cut it 108. 66. 508.
108, 66. But what you want to do is you work out your offcuts of your boards. So what's that? What is the measurement there, Liam? What's that measurement?
Oh, the small one.
You need to work out that measurement. 9, is it 900?
It's not really a 900.
Yeah. So what are them little, because you're going to have to square them up. Because the distance between there and there is more than a full board, which is 120 centimetres, you'll have to put a slither in the middle of the facet down there, and then you've got 2 triangles to cut. They should all be the same.
27.
You have to kind of take an average.
28.
So I would just do
That
them.
front's slightly narrower. But
Right.
call it 28 and it'll be fine. Or call it 27 actually, it'll be fine.
If you did them all 27, you need to cut that, don't you? Go on then.
108 by 66.
108 by 66. Use that off-cutter board. We had an off-cutter board from yesterday. So the reason I brought that with us is to give us a few more bits and give us full boards to cut rather than like a jigsaw puzzle. So the plan is, we're going to cut that, then we're going to put one down there and one down there. Then the offcuts of them, because that from there to there won't be a full board. Right, from the frame to this ceiling board, if you will, this flat bit, the ridge, that won't be a full board. So we'll have an offcut. So with that offcut, we could cut strips to put in here, right? So that's 2 full boards gone, and we've brought a board, so we've got 2 boards left, right? So this is what you've got to do with these roofs. You've got to look at what you're doing and what your offcuts are doing. I know I keep saying it, what your offcuts are doing, and then suss out. So I could do with a tape measure really, but probably once we've done that middle, that'll be less than 600, and that'll be less than 600. So if we say it's 600, we cut a board that length, 600. Cut the triangle, you'll have 2 triangles exactly the same, and they should all be the same. So that triangle and that triangle will be one cut. So you've done 2 triangles. The other half of that board could be the same length and less than 600 or 600. It'll be, so let's say we cut a left-hander, so that's 1 board gone, innit? 2 boards, no, 1 board gone. So then we have another full board to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll get 4 triangles out of 1 board. But that's what I'm trying to say to you, If you'd have cut them out of a full board and not used the offcuts, you'd have been cutting these triangles out of bits, and you don't want to cut the triangles out of bits. You want to cut them. You want to cut them out of a full length, so it's a full triangle and the lines are straight and crisp. Otherwise, you're just asking for trouble. When you're skimming and when you're boarding, and you're taking longer as well. So just by simply squaring that up, and actually, I bet that is 900, so that'll give us 400. So that offcut, if you imagine that board from there to there, squared up, rather than trying to cut the triangle and having a little triangle there, square that up. Then that rip of offcut will probably be recut for there. So the same on the other side. So we'll only have the middle that needs making up. So we've plenty boards. We've plenty boards on this one. So I know I've sussed out how to cut it. In my head, I've done it. This is what you've got to do. You've got to picture it in your head and do the jigsaw. Hang on. Right, I'll bring you back on when we've done a bit of cutting. We cheered up a bit, Liam.
Closer to home time, so yeah.
Right, we're all boarded. He did well, the lad. He did well. Probably could have done it on his own. Could you have done this on your own, Liam?
Probably, yeah. Might have took 2 days instead of 1.
2 days?
Well, not.
It's only 11:15.
You could have just board it and then come and skim it. Just
Why would you bother? You lazy bastard.
yeah,
It's only small. You may as well get it done. Not worth the petrol money coming back. Flipping out these kids. Right, we're all ready for skimming. We're ready for mixing. The water's ready and everything. The customer's just made us a brew. When we've had that, we'll be getting it on. Might get my head come out. Yeah, I will. Get my head come out. Let's go. Liam's mixing up. Lovely little mix. Right, so here I'm scooping some off, just priming my handboard. Can you see how I hook my finger into my trowel like that? So I've got hold of my trowel and just get a big dollop on there. Don't go full on, full load first. It'll end up all over the place. Let your handboard get a bit of plaster on it. First of all, just to get it sort of primed. And here I am, just filling all the tape. So it's very important to fill the tape, so it leaves it a much better job. Bit of dry stuff there, or not dry stuff, but stuff not mixed in properly. But we'll forgive him. You get them. Off I go down now for some more stuff. Back up and down like a flipping yo-yo. This board, for some reason, this cut wasn't that good. There was quite a gap. But nothing a bit of scrim and a bit of filling out won't fix. Fill it out, form the angle straight. A bit of stuff on the toe of the trowel in a minute, just to get the bottom bit. See what I mean? A blob, just squidge it in there. Just start forming it. So I'm just filling out while I'm waiting for Liam's cleaning the drill and he's getting himself sorted. So I'm just going around filling everything in. This camera angle is much better than the last one. If you watched the last one where I did the big conservatory, I was too close. My head was too close to the ceiling, but this one's fine. Again, just try and form that straight line. That doesn't look very straight at the top. I think it's an optical illusion. Start filling them in. Start forming the angle there. Same with this one, just get some stuff in there just to get it going. What's this for a swoop? Oh, technique demo. Look at that. I do talk some bollocks. Look at that dried blob. I'm going to leave it. You're just leaving it, Damien. Yeah, go on, lad. Right, left. Be alright, you're only filling out. Ooh, quick glimpse of Liam's face then. Oh, he'll go mad. Doesn't like his face. No matter what I said to him, I can't convince him to just put his face on. It would make my life a lot easier, and the videos would be funnier and everything. But he doesn't want to be recognised, so it's his choice. I'm outnumbered. Right. Liam is going to finish filling out now. He's ready. He's cleaned the drill out, and I'm lashing it on. Get it lashed on. I don't think I've lashed anything on for a long while. Them lashing on days are well behind me, but I'm still at it. Just again, straight as you can. It helps when you've got a new trowel or a newish trowel that's straight. The blade's straight, it's not worn in at all yet, or it's not starting to sort of whir away in the middle. All trowels whir differently. All plasterers' trowels whir differently. That's why your trowel is your trowel. You can't pick someone else's trowel up that's maybe 4 years old and think you can use it, because you won't be able to. Well, you may be able to, but it's very rare. That's why it's important to look after it, a bit like a Harry Potter's wand. Nice little swoop round the angle there, round the 50p as I call it. I'm not moving this quick. This video is sped up slightly, only a bit, but it was too long, so I thought, how can I cut it? I've just sped each section up a little bit. Only a little bit, as you can see. I'm not really moving that quick, but it's still good enough for me to do a voiceover and you can see what's going on. So spread some across the ceiling. Not really bothered what it looks like at this point. And then when you come down from the top, you can put some in neat, go in neat and just straighten the angle up and try and get it as flat as you can. What you want to try and do is get an even coat on that's not too thick, but importantly not too thin. Because if it's too thin, it'll dry. It'll dry too quick, and it just won't happen. It'll look shit. So you just need a good base, a good coat of skimming on. Right, Liam is going to start coming up from the bottom now. He is coming on bit by bit, very slowly, but he is coming on. We need some big stuff to go at, you know, so I can give him something to challenge him. Something that he sort of starts getting out of control and he has to speed up. That's what we need. As you can see from the start of this video, I'm fully expecting him one day to come to me and say, I've had enough. I've got a job driving a truck, or I've got a job in a computer shop or something. But till that day goes, I'll just keep persisting with him. He might not. I mean, I was like that at his age. I was like, what am I doing this for? Because if you actually look, he's not a bad plasterer. I've taught him well. Look at this lick. He's even got the plasterer's roll going on. Go on, lad. He wants to, he was saying recently he wants to save up and start doing houses up and selling them on. Which is, at his time of life, he's young enough, he's living at home. Crack on, no worries. Oh, I think I might have doubled up on clips there. Liam was so good, you had to see it twice. I'm not going back in and editing it out now. No way. That would have made it shorter. I know what I've done. I cut a bit, and I wanted to show you this, cleaning the trail off, and I didn't get rid of the other bit of it, the front bit of it. Telling you, it's alright making YouTube videos, but it is the editing that's the hard bit, and everyone doesn't realise that. Unless you've got an editing team, which I have not. It doesn't look very neat, that, but it will be. Once you brush them angles in and titivate them and lay them in. A lot of people or if you watch any sort of British gypsum tutorials and things like that, they say put it on, put the skimming on, flatten it, mix up some fresh stuff, go over it again. Not a chance. Not on your Nelly. I'm not doing that. Especially when it's only a bucket. It was only about, I don't think it was a bag full of skimming this. I think it was one bag. It was like 3/4 of a bag. So basically, just, I've always done it this way. Lash it on as neat as you can. And then with the same stuff, the same mix, you're flattening it, but you're putting another coat on. You're laying it down with another coat, not fresh skimming. And it's quicker, it's easier, and I think you get a better result, because if you're doing it the other way and that starts to pick up, that first coat will peer through your second coat. But doing it with this, laying down with the same stuff, you can't get that. You can get it going off, but you can't get it peering through. They're quite tricky, these 50p shapes. That weren't a bad lick, was it? Get round all the angles. Suppose if you got a little trowel that was kind of 28 centimetres, sort of 10 inch maybe, a 10 inch or 11 inch trowel, which I've got an 11 inch trowel in the van, but in my toolbox I should say. But you just by the time you've swapped trowels and cleaned the one you're using, then swapped, cleaned the 11 inch one, and then you can have it just done with toe. Here again, laying in, just lashing some on, just to get literally some on the ceiling. And then you can go in and neaten it up. You go in nice and neat and just neaten the angle up and come down. Especially if you're a new plasterer, there's nothing wrong with lashing some on the wall, just to have it on the wall, and then you can move that around, which is what I'm literally doing here. I've lashed some on and I'm laying it in, but I'm moving it around and flattening it as I'm going. You're ready for a change of trowel. This is the trowel I'm breaking in actually at the minute. If you watch the channel, it's the one I got just after Christmas. I've been breaking it in this year, so it is quite new still. But it's just recently started using it to put on and lay down, where I was swapping. I was putting on with it and cleaning it and getting the other trowel out to lay down. But I find myself laying down with the new trowel. So it must be just getting broken a little bit. They're pretty good from out the box, these, what do they call them? They're not like pre-broken, but they don't call it that, Marshalltown. I don't know what they call it, I can't remember. Could come to me. Duro light, or I can't remember. Never mind. Crack on. Just come away from the angle now, just neaten it up. You see, I'm having a bit of trouble with that then, aren't I? But I've got it, sorted it. So Liam is doing the bottom obviously, but he's not quick enough. He's not got round. So I've picked, if you count one side as number 1, and then the 2 facets, 2, 3, so I'm sort of on number 4. I'm on the 3rd facet going along. So I'm doing 4 and 5 here, and I like to give them numbers so I can, sort of the panels of the roof, I give them numbers so that when I'm directing Liam I can say I've done 4, you know, I've done 3 and 4 and 5, and then he knows we're not doubling up on laying down, or nothing wrong with it. It wouldn't do anything if you laid it down another panel that was already laid down. It wouldn't do anything, but because you wouldn't have to do as much work to it. It wouldn't do it any harm, but there's no point two of us doing it twice. adjust the bench, but I can't reach or I can't see down to the bottom. I'm stood on the windowsill here and I'm thinking, I don't like that. I don't like that technique. So what I'm going to do, you'll see in a minute, pick that rock out and then just put a lip where I can reach up and down, plasterer's roll, get it on, nice and neat, lay it in, flatten down, and then I can reach from the floor then. You can see I can clearly reach from the floor, nice and easy. I can see what I'm doing, I'm at the right height. Lovely. So I'm not messing around, straight on with the trailing up. You can see I've swapped trowels as well. Eagle-eyed, the eagle-eyed viewers on the channel will have noticed that my trowels swapped. Still taking stuff off the roof, so the roof's still quite wet. Look at the stuff that's left. Man alive, what a waste. If Liam, I got the water ready. If Liam would have got the water ready, I would have given him a right bollocking. I'd have been like that. We're doing next door as well. Next door wants some plastering. And he'd be like, finger trowel, get the finger trowel out, get it in that crack, lovely. Don't underestimate the power of the finger. Nothing wrong with the finger trowel. Maybe I should do one of these videos and not do a voiceover, do it as I'm doing it, because Liam, the conversations that Liam comes up with are flipping ridiculous sometimes. Just brush my angles in. I know it doesn't look very neat, but it's the first brushing in, so if you brush them, trail it again, brush the angles, they'll be a lot better and a lot neater. The brushing quite nice, kind of almost rounds them. I know it's not a full round like some people say I should round them. I don't like rounding them, I think they look rubbish. It would be, you'd have to fill out first, you'd have to round the angles, wouldn't you, first to start with. And then, I can't quite get my head round how the round at the top meets the rounds coming down the angles. I just can't visualise it, so I always do them nice and crisp and straight. So I'm afraid rounding's not for me. You know what I mean? How would a round meet that round? I think it'd look shit. It'd be like a fucking cereal bowl. This particular customer came out and was made up with the way it was. She said, oh, I thought it would be like really round, and I didn't think it'd be lines like that and crisp. So if your stuff gathers on a bit, just wet it, use your finger and just squash it out. See it there, squash that lip out. Yeah, I'll always go back to what I was saying. Me and Liam have a great crack, but we like the radio one. And it's just, you know, get the radio on, have a chat, get the gauge on, and do a voiceover after. But maybe I should just do a video without a voiceover and just let you listen to the crap that Liam comes out with. It's amazing. Looking good. Oh, lovely bit of action. Move the bench and come round from the other side. Come down first to neaten the angle up. And then just come around all them like that. So much easier, these little roofs, it's unbelievable. And it's Friday. Oh, lovely job. I think we was in the van for 1 o'clock. Driving away at 1 o'clock. That's not bad. That's what you want for a Friday.
That's the roof all finished, another job done, another happy customer. If you've liked the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.